What's going on, guys? I think the sun's hitting me right in the face, but today I wanted to give you all an update on Carmel. Last night she had to stay at the urgent care place, and so we went and got her around 7, a little bit before 7 this morning. They'd given her, she was like on an IV, and they'd given her 1 round of anti-venom, which that stuff isn't cheap. It's more expensive for humans, but that was for the 1 round was $600, 600 something dollars. So I won't go into detail on the rest of it, but you can imagine with just that, and she was hospitalized. They gave her different medicines and all this sort of stuff. Excuse me, I'm tired, very tired, so I'm messing up my words. But anyways, yeah, it was not cheap, and the sad thing is you have to pay all that up front. You know, you pay all that money up front, and then they're like, well, hey, you know, she could later on need more anti-venom, and it's twice the amount you first paid for. So instead of it being $600 for the second round, it'd be $1,300, which I don't really understand that. But they said that she could have used it, but for whatever reason they didn't. They chose not to, but they gave us some medicine. She has an antibiotic and another pain medicine. It's kind of funny because I was on this same pain medicine at one point, so it's kind of funny. My dog and I have been on the same medicine before, so that's kind of interesting. Not sure how many people can say that, but her swelling has gone down. She was bitten on the nose, and it's gone down some. You know, we're still trying to monitor her and keep an eye on her for the next few days, especially because they said, you know, there's always a chance we could have to take her to a vet, and they may have to give her more anti-venom, but we're hoping that's not the case, because she is doing well. She is doing pretty well, just, you know, tired and very sore. She's, you know, wagging her tail. She's eating good too, so she's eating, and that's a really good sign from what they said. And you know, she wagging her tail. She's wanting to go outside, but again, she's not going to be able to just run loose, you know, so we'll have to supervise her. And yeah, so I kind of want to get into some of that, because some advice for people to take. You know, I'd never found copperheads here, and I think I said that in yesterday's video. I'd never found copperheads here. This is the right habitat, and if you walk around and you look, it looks pretty good for, you know, copperheads and stuff. I found a cottonmouth not far from this area, to be honest, one time, but you know, I never really thought anything of it. You know, because if I would have known that there was copperheads, I never would have let her run loose like that. But I should have known there's a possibility. Just because you never find something in an area doesn't mean it's not there, right? Because if it's the right habitat, that animal could potentially be there. And for whatever reason, that's something I didn't think about. You know, I take responsibility for it, because it was on me, because I had been walking her on a leash, and you know, I decided, I was like, well, she can run out while I'm out here, no biggie. Yeah, biggie. So, you know, it's a lesson that I had to learn the hard way, unfortunately. You know, like I said, just because you've never seen it, like I said, I've herped this area for over 2 years now. Probably over 1,000 times I've been up through here, all around, even in that area where they were. Never seen one, never flipped one, nothing. And yeah, that doesn't mean that they can't be here. So that's the big lesson. So, you know, you never know. So that's why you should always be safe. That's why I have a hook. I mean, I've always had a hook, but I'm using it now 100%. There's no questions about that. And gonna try to invest in some actual snake boots soon. But even then, I'm still gonna be taking my time a lot more than when I was. I guess sometimes you can get complacent, you know, and forget, because like I said, just because I hadn't seen it, I mean, I should have known that, you know, there was a chance I could run into one. And I think it's because, like I said, I hadn't seen one, you know, for 2 years. So I'd imagine, I mean, again, I could miss them. I'm not gonna say I couldn't, but I'm guessing because of the development over there, it's kind of caused them to kind of, you know, try to find a bit of new area, I'm thinking. But you know, even then, I almost didn't even see the ones, those two yesterday. because there was two of them, only one of them bit her. But yeah, I didn't almost hit, because I saw her, basically what happened, I was here and I saw her just back there and she like jumped back, right? So I knew there's probably a snake could go over there, and it was just, it was something else. Because the only reason I'm getting off track here. The only reason I knew that they were there, I knew something had caused her to jump back, but I heard a little rattle, little rustle in the leaves. And so I turned and look, and there they were. But I mean, they weren't faced toward me, they were faced the other way. Like nothing happened, pretty much. I guess she just kind of got right up on it and bit her real quick. And just from the little bite that she got, I mean, it ended up, because it ended up taking us a while, because the place we had to go to was 30 miles away. No other place close, because it was Sunday, right? No vets and other stuff was open, so we had to go to an urgent care place 30 miles away. And it took us, from the hour she got, or from the time she got bitten to the time we got her there, it was probably about an hour. And she had ended up having swelling in her lymph nodes. So, you know, it really did a bit of a number on her, because I mean, that must have been one quick bite. I mean, just a quick bite, and they can, you know, I mean, like I say, it was pretty tough on her, but she's a bigger dog, and if it would have been one of our Chihuahuas, man, I don't know. That'd be, I think it'd be a different story, because I mean, the time it took to do it, because I didn't even know she'd got bitten until probably 20 minutes after she got bitten, because I mean, she ran away after it happened, which she usually does. She just, you know, goes on, sees something, goes on, whatever, you know, just like normal, and didn't act like nothing happened, and it did. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling at this point, but yeah, it's just some things I now, I don't think I'm ever going to be complacent ever again in any situation. And usually whenever I go places that are, you know, not my property, I'm definitely a lot more careful, but I should be careful regardless. And that's just some advice to give to people, you know. Yeah, doesn't matter. Just because you haven't seen a venomous snake, if the habitat's there, act like there could potentially be a venomous snake there, and be responsible, and, you know, watch your pets when they're out. And if you can, you know, have them on leash or something like that, I don't really recommend allowing them to run loose, because that could end up bad in more than one way, but especially with venomous snakes, because, you know, dogs are curious, and the snake, you know, I mean, it's not really the snake's fault. I mean, you know, if some tall thing came towards me and I don't have arms or legs, and I'm just, you know, the little small thing, I mean, what can it do? In the area that it was, there wasn't really a brush pile or anything that it could go into, so it'd be pretty vulnerable. So the only other thing to do was to strike. So I mean, you know, can't really blame the snake for that, just defending itself. So anyways, guys, I've kind of rattled on for long enough, but I'll keep giving you all updates on her. Like I said, so far she's acting pretty good, you know, wagging her tail. She seems, but I mean, she's really tired, and that medicine's going to make her sleep some, so that's good. Maybe she can get some rest, and hopefully the antibiotic will kick in soon. Anyways, guys, I'll catch y'all later.